getting dicey.
I gave up on that one. All right. Okay, so I do also want to clarify something as well. I said at the very end of that last session that Casimir was in a dead state. I do want to classify that, as you've seen with other NPCs that have worked with your team, that when they die, they go into a dying state. So Casimir is in a dying state. Okay, so we'll start with that.
Not outright dead.
Not outright dead. But he is having just taken this incredible blast from... Sorry, incredible blast from this old man.
Finger blasting.
He's being banged.
Great start.
Literal children.
Yeah.
Literal children.
They should call it finger blast. Be nicer.
Morley's eyes and mouth just like open wide, having seen what he's just seen.
Shocked.
Shocked. Okay. That ends the German's turn.
Oh my god.
Next on the order was the skulls that you've seen pacing up and down that the western corridor. And with all the noise going on in this section of the temple, they've stopped and lined themselves up against the slots, these archery sort of slots carved into the wall. They look to be trying to see around to see what they can eye up. And one of them... what does one of them do? One of them just starts glowing and vibrating, and this burst of fire shoots out from the furthest arrow slot and heads towards the two skeletons on the north side.
What?
That's from their current position. That's all they can see.
That's Vargas and Sarah.
Sorry, Vargas and Sarah.
No, not Vargas.
Need to
He's
give
been
us.
around a long time.
They need to give me some dexterity saving throws.
Oh, okay. Shit. I just rolled 2 d20s, and I think they get a +2. So first, Vargas rolled a 7, Sarah rolled a 19.
Okay.
7 + 2, and I think it's +2.
They both try to dodge out of the way as the small flicker of flame lands at their feet and just erupts into this ball of green fire. Vargas is going to take the full hit at 26 fire damage.
Vargas! He's already been damaged. Vargas is dead.
Vargas is dead.
No.
And the other one takes 13, so half damage.
The other one, Sarah.
Sorry.
Oh, Sarah's already been damaged. They both had 9 HP, so they're both dead.
Okay.
The only remaining skeleton is Janet, the strongest.
It is Mirakin's turn.
Okay, so I'm controlling the spiders on this turn as well, right? And they're
Yes,
still,
yeah,
they're still
yeah.
digging furiously within the statue. There's 4 of them inside it, right? So I figure I'll get them out of the way first as they continue trying to pummel their way through the trapdoor.
Okay, so you still want those? You still want them alive? You still want them there? Still
Yeah,
concentrating
they're-
on that spell.
Yeah, they're still following commands. I
Okay.
figure, yeah, might as well. I've rolled a 4. Oh, and they've got a what to hit? +3. 4 + 3, 8 + 3, 4 + 3.
All right.
Not great. And 11 + 3.
Okay, so yeah, they just continue sort of smashing away at this trapdoor. It's they can see it's starting to give. So they've done a bit of damage over this time.
Such a useful spell right now. Okay, I have a question. Would I be aware in any way, like would I have heard noises coming from where Morley and this wizard is and where Casimir is?
Yeah, so while you're running north, following Bill up that corridor, you see ahead of you Bill sort of ducking into back into that room and then quickly pulling himself back into that corridor area. And at the same time, you hear a familiar sound. It's Casimir's voice, and he is screaming, and it just abruptly stops.
You know, I probably shouldn't have done the spider thing first, but that's okay. So I hear Casimir screaming out and know there's trouble. So I turn on my heel and start sprinting in the opposite direction, screaming out, Casimir! And I'm going to use my dash action to move 60 feet.
Okay.
Which takes me just to the opened doors down there.
Okay.
And I'm going to peer through.
Yeah.
Spot Casimir on the ground, I imagine.
Yeah, Casimir is at the top of the stairs, and he's not moving. You can see a little further away, just in shadows, the figure of this robed man. You don't see Morley at the moment, but that's only because you know Morley is good in the dark. He's probably hidden up somewhere.
Okay, so I can see the culprit. I'm gonna stop in my tracks when I see him, and huddle behind the door and whisper an elvish prayer that reaches its way towards Casimir as I cast Healing Word.
Can you do that as a bonus action? Because you dashed, right? So you've used...
Yes, it is a bonus action.
Oh, nice. That's great.
I've rolled 4 + 4 for 8 HP.
Whoa, maximum.
Fantastic. Okay, yeah. Casimir just brings in this big gasp of air and his back arches and he just continues screaming as he's still just... almost just as a last little ditch effort to get out that built up tension from the pain that he was feeling. But Casimir is now alive and has 8
When you
HP.
say it like that?
He's alive, and he's on his back. He's alive. He's alive.
He's alive and screaming.
Am I? Where is Casimir?
He's alive
It
and
looks like you've
screaming.
I
crossed
can't
him
see
out on the
Casimir
map.
either, or
Casimir here.
American.
He's got a cross through him.
Oh yeah, I'll
Oh.
be. Oh, that's all right. I'll be bringing it back soon. I'm just waiting. If you want to know, Adam, my D&D Beyond is taking me a little while to.
You must know.
Don't want to spoil the illusion.
Don't
Yeah,
look behind the curtain.
yeah. But he's okay. He's fine. He's alive. There's no trickery or anything behind it. He's alive. Shannon, I think, understands a little bit of the finger of death or what it can do if you die completely. So he's okay.
Excuse me?
He's alive. He was in a dying state, not a dead state. He's fine.
Oh, as if permanently dead.
Yeah. If you get messed up, if you get permanently killed from from that spell, things can go very bad.
Oh. Ooh.
Don't let him do it to you.
Yeah.
I don't know how often he can do it.
Thanks for the tip.
If you see him pointing his finger, the other way.
Yeah.
Just say no. I
Careful,
do not
man.
consent.
No.
As she revives Casimir, she breathes a slight sigh of relief, but her face clouds over in rage as she spots the man in his gaudy golden robes and quivers in rage. She says, "Runs in, get him!" and runs in, pops out of the void, and attempts to web the golden man.
Sure. What do we need to roll for that?
+5 to hit. Come on, runs in.
I'm just gonna.
He's rolled an 8 +5 to hit.
Okay. Oh man.
I don't think that's going to hit, guys.
8 + 5 is a miss.
No!
Was it?
Okay.
Is it?
I'm going to hiss in anger and retreat behind the door again. And Ranzin is going to do the same.
Sorry, I'm just having an absolute nightmare. Of course I'm having an absolute nightmare. With the D&D Beyond here on my... Yeah, so that is a miss. I just need to make a note of that, otherwise... Okay.
We just do theatre of the mind.
We'll just fill in for Reagan's tech. I'll just add to that. It looks very cool, even though it does miss.
Okay. I think that works.
And that is my turn.
Okay, great. Baron, over to you.
Okay, can you tell me what I can see? Because my torch-bearing skeleton, I think, is deceased.
Right. Okay.
Can I see green glow
We're
from
about
the
to
skulls?
you
Or-
at the moment.
I'm in this other room over here.
Oh, right. So you've recently just ran backwards into darkness, back into this room. There is a soft green glow emanating from the hole at your side, and you've just heard Casimir somewhere off to the west screaming out, American has come running past you.
Right.
But it's basically pitch black for you right now.
What about through this door? Is there green light coming from those skulls? Like I
Yeah,
remember at
it's
the
a
start
pretty-
they were passing across, or
It's a pretty soft green light. Nothing you can't. It's not filling the room with enough light to really see much. Yeah.
well, I'll call out to Janet to use her turn to light a torch, if you would, Janet.
Whereabouts is? She's at the.
Janet's just on the stairs there, so pretty close to Golden Man, I think. I can't see Golden Man.
Oh,
Ooh,
right.
okay. Thank you, Janet. Now I'm going to run up to the west, to the double doors there, and see what all the commotion is. And I suppose I see Golden Man.
Yeah. He's standing there, his finger still pointing menacingly at Casimir on the ground.
Shit. How tall is Golden Man?
He's like 5'3". He's not that tall.
Okay. And hunched over. Does he look very old?
Yeah. He looks like he could be in his 70s or something.
Okay. 70s. Well, that would be probably when you'd go blind or deaf. I cast blindness / deafness.
Okay.
And I'm going to make him blind if I can. I choose one creature that I can see within range, and it must make a Constitution saving throw of 17. If it fails, is either blinded, or deafened.
Okay, let's...
For the
And does it
duration.
have a verbal component or a somatic component?
It's verbal, so I'm going to say blinded. You will be blinded, Golden Man.
and what does he have
How
to...
my character says things.
what does he have to roll?
A con save of 17.
Okay. It's...
Maybe I'd say, like, if you keep doing that, you'll go blind.
Sorry, my whole system isn't even bringing up the character anymore, so let's...
So he's automatically blind.
Alright, 1 second. Alright, I'm just going to have to roll manually.
Here's some
Wow.
dice.
A rare manual sack roll.
A hand job.
He's rolled 18 and...
No!
I'm just trying to see what it is. Yeah, so he's passed.
No.
Do it on the machine. It doesn't count.
Hey.
Yeah, show us
Cheating.
the dice.
Okay. All right.
Anything else from you?
I'll get you next time.
So there's like no damage from that then? Nothing?
No.
Nothing? Oh man, okay.
Damn it.
Damn, this
An
guy, he's
18.
rolling so well.
Yeah. Okay, next up, we have Casimir. Of course it's my turn while I'm fucking having an absolute nightmare on my system right now. Casimir's going to spend half of his movement standing up, of course, and he is quite disoriented and feeling like he wants to get the hell out of there. He is going to look towards Mirakin and is going to sort of dart and get in behind one of those doors. All right. Oh my gosh, is it going to work in time for me now? All right, look at this. He darts behind the doors. I did it. And he looks back out around the doorway.
We're side by side on these double doors, aren't we?
Yes. Yeah. And he's just going to fire out a magic missile at this guy standing on the stairs. On the border there. Doing 12 damage instantly to this old man. He is, as he takes it, just hits into him, and he instantly sort of gets reeled back a couple of steps, and he is suddenly short of breath as well. He seems to have taken a bit of hit from this. These attacks that have landed into him. He's starting to show a bit of damage now.
And does the magic missile have a vocal or somatic component, perchance?
Asking me when I'm trying just to get my system working right now. It has a vocal. He looks around the doorway and shouts, "Magic missile!" No, he doesn't. He's
so glad we've got this new role. It's really enriching the gameplay.
Magic!
I'm helping.
No, he's obviously very ragged in his breath, and he manages just to get out a small, under his breath, just magic missile, and he throws this thing across the room, and it lands into this guy.
And it can't miss, right? Magic.
It can't miss it. It just hits. It's 12 damage straight away.
Pew pew pew.
Yep. Lightning.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
Bill, over to you. I am deciding that maybe doing the vocal stuff is not good, so we'll see how that goes.
No. That's
You
mission
need to be
accomplished,
better.
American.
Well,
need to be better at
maybe.
it.
We just need to actually up our game.
Bill, over to you.
Okay. I am going to... Everyone's so far away from me now because I decided to run up this stupid corridor. I think the most helpful thing I can do is to pop around. Hope I don't get opportunity attacked. I'm assuming that's not lined up from the skeletons or anything.
No. You.
The skull, sir.
No. You're fine.
Cool.
It's intense music.
I know that he's struggling, and I heard Casimir. I'm assuming the same as American.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't see Casimir there now, and I can't see Morley there now. From where I am, can I see the guy?
There's not a lot of light in this. I'm just trying to see how much. You can see torchlight coming from the stairway, and one of the skeletons holding onto a torch, which is lighting up a decent chunk of the stairway. And just in dim light, right at the edge of where it's lighting up, you can see a shortish figure on the stairway, on the balcony, this little overhang area.
How certain am I that it's the old man? Not at all, or
no? You can tell. You can tell.
Okay.
You got a little gold pointy hat.
A little golden pointy hat. Okay. What I'm going to do is drop concentration on the silence here.
Okay.
And an empty note on my... And I'm going to put silence down here.
Oh, right.
Oh, you can move it? Wow.
Well, I'm just using another spell slot.
Oh.
Okay.
And does it have a somatic or verbal component of any kind?
Good question.
It'd
It
be
has
verbal, but you can't
It has
hear
verbal and somatic, but when the verbal comes out, it's just super silent for some reason.
Just wind coming out of your.
Just wind.
So whereabouts were you wanting that to be placed?
Kind of near him.
Like centered on him, or because it's quite a decent like.
Well, I know that my friends are in the hallway, so I'd probably move it. It's like a 20-foot radius, so I'd probably center it. My objective is to try to protect them, so I think I'd probably center it. I'll put it right in the middle of this, right in the middle here where I'm picking.
Okay, right. So yeah, so he's kind of almost centered on this guy.
Yeah, because I don't want him to be able to teleport away, and I don't want him to be able to cast spells on my friends.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anything else from Bill?
I'm gonna move away from where the flaming green skulls can see me.
Okay.
And start moving towards my friends, but I'm assuming I can't get very far.
Yeah. You get however much your movement takes you. So you start your venture back
10.
towards the
About
group.
there.
Morley, it's your turn.
I think I asked this last week, but I can't quite remember the answer. What's the drop from this kind of mezzanine to the bottom of those stairs? The vertical drop.
I believe it's at 30 feet.
That seems quite high. Doesn't seem like the sort of height I'd be able to kind of comfortably just jump down and not really have to worry about, does it?
I'd get you to do some rolls since you are a nimble rogue. But I mean, there are stairs right there if you need them.
Can you slide down the banister?
It's right there if you need them.
Really rude.
It looks a lot less cool though, doesn't it?
You could totally launch yourself over, but yeah, would need to get like a acrobatics check to stop any damage
or die.
Yeah.
Is there any it looks like there might be a bit of overhang of this balcony. Like, is there an under this balcony so I could like drop down onto the floor and then go backwards under it?
Yeah, from your time is that mist that you sort of ventured through. You do remember that area had some extra area beneath it as well. So it's not a solid wall.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and pop off a crossbow bolt at this chap.
Okay.
But then I'm going to try and flip over the railings in such a way that I get a bit of swing. I don't know if anyone remembers the show Top Town, where they used to have to do things like this and like swing on the banistery thing so I land in the under bit.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Thanks to Top Town. Thanks to Top Town, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I could have just said the Olympics where they do the double barrel, which is much more of a common.
You could have seen the Krypton factor.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do the mental part.
Yeah, I'm going to have to put a puzzle together. And then I'm gonna go to the Wairuru Army confidence course. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's my plan anyway.
Okay, so crossbow bolt to begin with.
Bolt it up. Yep. Let's see how this goes. Pretty well. There's a lot of dice there. Okay. Has that come up in roll 20? Yeah, okay, so that's a total of 22 to hit.
It's a +7.
+7 on that.
Okay, cool. That is a hit. And with you hidden in the
Great.
shadows, you get your sneak attack bonus on this as well.
Yeah, so that all up has rolled it all for me. It deals 26 total damage to...
Damn. Okay, that's actually a huge amount, to be honest. Whereabouts are you aiming at this old man?
Probably the back of his head.
Make you feel bad about it now.
Just
How
in here.
are you going to hurt this helpless old withered man?
Your bolt before you in your mind, Morley, you're ready to like shoot the bolt, and before he gets a chance to turn around to see where it comes from, you're planning that jump over the edge of the balcony, and your top town moves. But instead, what you watch is this bolt enter at the back of this old man's head, and just the front of his head just explodes out, and he just drops down onto the ground, just dead, just completely dead, just killed. The weirdest thing is, though, the moment that he hits the ground, his form starts changing shape. As the blood sort of, as his last bit of life flows out of him, his body stops looking like a human, that old guy, and takes on a sort of a furry quality to the skin, and this ragged furry tail sort of grows out from the base of his spine and just slumps down onto the ground. He ends up taking on way more of a humanish sort of fox-like appearance. And then with that, as the blood leaves his body, dies on the balcony.
Oh.
I
thought you were going to say he was like... I thought he was going to transform into like something that was going to be like way more powerful and kill us or something.
Oh, you were starting to freak out.
Oh, like a second form.
Yeah. You fools, this is my final form, he says, rising from the ground.
But really, he's just a fairy.
But he was just a fairy.
Just a fairy the whole time.
You got it.
Okay, my hand's on the banister ready to leap over, but as I'm kind of transfixed by this metamorphosis in front of me, I lower my bolt and who's closest to me? Casimir! Casimir, are you okay?
Casimir peers out from around the doorway and sees this thing on the ground, just a shadow of it. He just thinks it's the old man. He says, Morley, did you do it? Have you managed to take him out?
Morley just nods. It's safe now, here. Specifically, this path is safe. Not the rest of the place. It's still infested with ghouls, but this part is dealt with.
Okay, great. I'm going to call combat over.
Well, so we're not going to get blasted with fireballs.
It depends. They can't really see you from their current spots. There was really, you know that they've got their eyes on this room, but they're from what you can see, the balcony seems safe. You can assume they've got a pretty good view of that area right now, and maybe they'll go back to whatever it was they were doing if things quieten down.
Right.
Oh my spirits! I thought you were
American.
gonna Casimir.
Bill.
Yes.
American. Let's regroup.
Yes.
Casimir sort of slowly walks out, and he's still holding himself. He's not feeling good, and he's looking down into the temple area, and he's just seeing these dead skeletons, and you can see one of these skeletons there on the stairs. Was it Janet holding the torch? And he looks back at you, Baron, and he says, "It looks like your numbers have been thinned a little bit, Baron. I'm sorry."
They've been absolutely decimated. And you almost died.
I have never felt anything that horrendously painful before.
I'm glad to see that you weren't killed. It looked like a very powerful spell.
I'm just going to call from around... I'm just going to drop the silence,
Okay.
by the way, so people can hear each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just going to say, the flaming green skull guys, I think, are still there. And
Yeah.
because they fired from there, right?
Yeah, they
Or
fired
they-
from the little arch
They
slits.
kind of fired towards that direction.
So they fired from up over on the western side wall and fired down and towards the front of the statue where the two skeletons were standing, now left scattered across the floor of this room. And it's only a few beats before of you guys watching them up at the arrow slits that they just sort of move back into the room and away from the arrow slits. And they continue
I'm sorry.
of moving back and forth, shadows being cast out from those slits.
Well, I must say, I feel sorry to all. I brought this upon us with my impetuous nature rushing down the stairs so carelessly. I
I
apologize.
know, American. You can't
deeply.
blame yourself. This is
Well, what
fight
is
for our
this
lives.
man?
He looks like a fox.
So
Yeah.
Fox
freaky.
man.
Has anyone ever seen a foxman like this before?
Give me a history roll. I want everyone to give me a history roll, but I'll get Baron to also give me an Arcana roll.
Okay. History.
Why only Baron giving an Arcana roll?
Because it's a wizardry kind of thing.
Oh.
That's why.
I actually have a
That's it.
+4 in Arcana.
Did I roll?
But Shannon
That one
has
for
a
me.
background in wizardry.
He probably was a +10 or something.
If it was a druidic thing, I'd be getting you to check for sure, American.
I rolled.
I mean,
a
he looks like a fox. I mean, kind of the animal person in the room, but never mind.
Okay, here's my rolls. I got 11 plus 9 and 7 plus 9. So history roll of 16.
Okay.
Arcana of 12.
Okay. Bill and American, give me an Arcana roll since you seem to want to give me an Arcana roll.
No.
You can't,
roll
compl-
these
you can't
druid rolls.
complain
I
about
don't do
not
it.
getting a roll and then
I
not
don't
roll.
actually. I was just ripping you. Anyway, I rolled a 13 plus 4 for 17.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, American, the Baron, and Bill, you've all heard stories or experienced in some way in your past stories of what's called an Arcanalof, and these are creatures that are often jackal-headed creatures on a humanoid or bipedal body. You know that they can use magic to take any humanoid form that they want. That's what you know.
Arcanalof.
Arcanalof.
I've heard songs of these things, Arcanalofs. I knew it was a fairy all along.
Why didn't you tell us it was a furry, for God's sakes?
Oh, it
Bill.
seemed ridiculous at the time.
That
Does this thing
explains
got
the
any
deviant
pockets?
behavior.
Does it have any pockets? Actually, that is a good
What's he
question.
got in his pocket?
Is
Yeah.
he carrying anything?
That is a good question. Let's take a
What
quick
songs are you
look.
hearing about furries anyway?
I lift the tail.
It's anal glands.
Oh,
Sorry, I had to take my dog to the vet.
because he's got. I'm just trying to find that description again because there is information about what he has on him. He is carrying a spell book. He's got small little gold spectacles. With now that you're looking at them, now that you're all sort of looking over them, you can see that the lenses look to be like a pink crystal lens that are set into
Cool.
these
John
golden frames, and his golden robe has got these little patches on them. Now that you sort of rolled them up and taking a look at you can see these little patches that have been stitched into this robe. Can I get another Arcana roll from everyone, I guess?
Okay.
Oof.
I've rolled a
19 total.
16 plus 4 for 20.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck knows.
Okay, great.
12.
Morley, I don't know if it's something that you've seen. I assume it's something that you've seen in your travels, but you instantly recognize this as a robe of useful items. Anything that these patches that are sort of on the robe at the moment, when you use a specific thing, one of the patches disappears. So some of the patches are... what have we got at the moment on this one?
That's handy.
Some of the patches, one of them looks like a small pouch of gold, one of the little patches that is embroidered onto it. Another one just looks like an iron door. Another one looks like a wooden ladder. Another one has a horse on it. One just looks like a small pit in the ground with it embroidered really nicely. Another one with a rowboat, a scroll, like a magical scroll on another patch, and then just some dogs on one of the other patches.
It's not from Peter Alexander, is it? Because that could explain the dog. That's niche. Anyway, look at this. Look at this robe. I've seen these before. We transported a robe like this.
Really?
Very well playing client indeed back in my former life, Brian.
But you had a former life before this place?
Hey, this ain't my first rodeo.
So the other thing that you know about this robe, Morley, is that all it takes is for one of those patches to be removed, like peeled from the robe, and the patch will become the thing that it looks like. So it's a magical...
Or a horse.
Yeah, that's what you're aware. So, like, should you pull off the one that looks like a bag of money, that patch will turn into a bag of money.
Okay, I convey this information to my friends.
It's kind of like a scout outfit, but reversed.
Whereas,
like you get merit badges, but they actually become the thing
for horses.
Yes.
How useful!
It really is useful.
Yeah.
It's so gaudy.
Don't know
I
when
would
we're-
never wear such a thing, but
I don't know when we're ever going to need an iron door. It seems.
Well, if
That's gonna be
it
more
could
of a
appear into
hindrance.
a wall, and grant us entry.
You know, the funny thing,
my.
American, is I've never actually used one of these myself. I just know a little bit about it, so maybe I'm not the best person to be. Baron, you'd look good in a robe.
Thank you.
Do you
think
have
so?
to be wearing it? I'm sorry, it's so ugly. I'm sorry. It's the gold is not really for me. Do you have to wear it to use it? Because can we just keep it bundled in a bag? Because I really don't want to wear that.
You wouldn't.
It's so ugly.
What about if I was wearing it? Would you?
I
terrible.
don't know if it's your color, Brian, but
I think
maybe
it
if you
looks
wear it with
fetching.
a scarf, it would kind of yeah.
Well, I've got my multicolored vest. Gold would go. What about these glasses? What? Know anything about-
I'll grab the glasses. I've always wanted a lovely pair of specs.
You would look pretty cool.
They
you would look
look-
a bit like.
They look expensive.
What do they do?
I'll
Are they just
take those. I've got cataracts.
I didn't know that.
I don't think glasses fix those.
I'll give it a go. Can't be sure, can you? And Molly kind of grabs the spectacles and pops them on.
You look great. You've got these
what do they
gold-rimmed
do?
pink crystal lenses. They're just then there's nothing special about them other than how fancy they look, and they like I said, they look very expensive.
They're not like star-shaped lenses.
They
I
look
think we're
Like
gonna need an
a tune.
illustration of these.
perfect,
I don't-
perfectly round John Lennon style.
Yeah.
Give peace a chance, man. Molly's going to adopt this horrible London Liverpool accent.
Like, oh, they look good on you. Yep.
Yeah, they suit
Smashing,
your
babe.
face.
Yeah.
But Shannon, I guess you also very much noticed the spell book
I was just about to mention it.
at his side.
Give that a little read.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in this one. A lot of good spells. Some of the typical cantrips you're sort of like flicking through it. Cantrips, whatever. There's minor illusion, prestidigitation, yeah. Magic missile, detect magic, okay, shield, floating disc. You're going through sort of just flicking through all the titles. Alter self, darkness, heat metal, invisibility, detect thoughts, phantasmal force, counterspell, fireball,
Trying to learn that myself.
banishment, dimension door. Then you see some of the ones that you've seen a little bit more yourself, which is like chain lightning, finger of death, mind blank. This looks like a very full
Mind blank.
mind blank. It's a very
I think
full.
we've all cast that one quite a few times during getting dicey.
But you're welcome to hold on to that, and I can give you a full list at some point.
Yes,
At some point soon.
that sounds great. And also, there's another spell book, right? but I don't know if I've written them all down. That had counterspell in them.
Yeah,
from
I think so.
Casimir.
That's right. What do you guys want to do with this robe?
I think it'd look good on Brian.
You're really developing your personal style, actually.
Yeah, my personal style is whatever the fuck I find. Just randomly, I just put it on. Got a glass staff, colourful vest,
Yeah.
golden. Well, I'll try it on. You tell me. But, you know, the items are all ours. I'll just be holding them. So if you ever think of using one, just we can all use it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a picture of it.
Horse, door. Morley's trying to remember the patches.
Horse door.
Should they be needed?
Cat flap.
So,
There was.
yeah, you should
Just-
see
just
that
straight
in
up
your-
money.
You should see that in your inventory as well, or in your journal there, Shannon. And I've put on there the list of the different patches. So just to go over it again, there's the bag of what looks like a bag of money, an iron door, a wooden ladder, a riding horse, a pit of some kind, a rowboat, a spell scroll of some sort. It's got the word moonbeam written on it, and a couple of dogs that you recognize as mastiffs.
Okay.
Stupid dogs, I think.
They'll piss on themselves and then be surprised.
Eat it.
Well, that's what I heard. Okay, is that in my
That should be in your journal now.
for
In roll 20.
Roll 20. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, my question is, why did he do this? What was he
Yeah.
doing here? Why did he attack us?
Why was he living in the eye of that statue?
Well, what's up there, I wonder? I wonder if he was protecting something or guarding something.
Well, that's a good point.
If he was living up there, should we go have a look?
Okay, but beware.
Yes. I'm going to skirt around this time. I'm not going to go downstairs.
I don't know about you, but I am running out of spell slots fast.
Yes, this has been an exhausting and perilous journey for all of us. I'm quite concerned.
Very concerned.
So what's...
Should we try and take some sort of a rest inside the temple?
Well,
We could
remember that I have
barricade
a
ourselves in
sweet-smelling, dry, air-conditioned hut that we can use at any moment.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the fart hut.
And we can stay... Some of us can stay in there.
So you all make your way back up to the northeastern corner of this, where that little overhang was next to the statue. Is that correct? Are you all heading up that way?
Yeah.
Does it look like we're spottable by these skulls from here?
Well, they're back to just sort of. It looks like they're just patrolling that hallway now.
Okay.
So it's not like they're looking down into this room anymore.
Very good.
I have still my summoned children of the forest. I'm going to call them to me, babies.
How long does that
Come and
last
protect
for?
us. My spell lasts for an hour.
Okay, great. Yeah, what do you want them to do?
Right. They're going to scuttle over and circle us protectively while we decide what we're doing.
Okay,
So we need
great.
to make our
Stifle
way
a
down to the
scream.
ground floor. Pardon?
I'm going to stifle a scream as these large spiders swirl around us.
Well, they were like wolf spiders, weren't they?
They are giant wolf spiders.
Giant wolf spiders. So 8 of these things just come crawling away from the statue and up the walls and surround you on this little area that you're standing on. That's sort of overhanging this room.
Well, it would be rude to say that they scare me. Is the darkness gone from the head of this statue? Or?
Yeah, the darkness is gone.
Okay.
Shall
Can
we?
we climb down?
Yeah, you can
Go
climb.
on, Bill.
Leap over
I
onto
was
it.
going to say, I think probably the same thing you're about to. Can we check out his hidey hole?
Yes.
Yeah. So how would you guys like to do that?
I just want to do an old-fashioned climb.
You just
I
want to
just
like
want to clamber down.
Yeah. We can
How
do that.
hard will that be?
If you
Do a
just get
flip.
Do we want to do the
It's
whole
a-
rope thing, which would take us 20 minutes?
It's a 30-foot drop. You guys just tell me how you want to get down.
Why don't we-
How would American want to get down?
Why don't we get the spiders to put some web out, and we'll just get lowered down on the web.
Cute.
Or make a bridge
Yeah.
over to the.
Yes, I'll say, spin, my pretty, spin! And they're going to start spinning out silken thread for us to climb down. They've made a little rope ladder for us. It's like a little obstacle course that we can just climb down.
That's
Okay.
right. You get into the ass of this statue, don't you? I was thinking it was only the head.
Yeah, so there were those two big, like 2-foot wide eye holes that you probably couldn't get into. Even the spiders had some trouble getting through into
He's
that.
got a trapdoor.
And then he's got like the there was a little door at the back of the statue as well. But yeah, your spiders get to work, American, threading as good of a rope or sort of like a ladder down, so you don't have to worry about specifically getting down there. It is quite gross and sticky to the touch, and you have to really purposefully pull your hand away to like make your way down, which does
It's
take
not gross, it's natural. Beautiful creatures. Thank you for the idea,
Said
Bill.
that
That was
before.
amazing, incredible, astounding.
So let me put you guys onto the lower level then, since we're down.
Oh.
I'm going to be glowing with pride. You've all experienced the magic of nature today. I hope that has informed you of its beauty.
I'm just making sure all of the tokens are over.
And we're wiping my hands on my new golden cloak.
Careful you don't accidentally pull a patch off.
Oh,
You don't want to pull a horse off, and then suddenly a horse is there.
Accidentally pulling a horse off. Oh no.
All right, cool. I should have all of your tokens there now. So yeah, you've made your way down to the ground
to the
level.
best of us. Wasn't it?
I think an MP said something similar, didn't he?
Sorry, just bring up some details here. As you get down, you do notice for the first time that there is a doorway to the north, just under this platform that you've come down from as well.
Oh, off to the. Oh, right.
So right here.
And a smashed statue over the east?
Yeah, there's a little broken statue down on the eastern side of the that area as well. And then obviously standing right in front of you is this 40-foot tall statue that you've had plenty of experience with, the door on its back.
Right, let's go in. Like this quick and get out.
Yeah, after you.
I've already been in front today and I didn't enjoy it much.
Yes. Casimir.
I guess
I'll lead us away. I'm in good health.
Oh, good on you.
Well, I'm sorry, I should have looked at my character sheet before I said that. I'm in moderate health.
I'll send the spiders up just to be safe, but I know they've been in there before, so it can't be that bad, surely.
Look out for booby
Come on,
traps.
squeeze on in with the spiders, Molly. You'll love it.
Molly, you're making your way towards the back of the statue, and you can see just past it on the western side of this room that there's broken black marble on the floor here. And you're taking in the room now, and it seems that a lot of the walls down here are all glazed with amber, like you've seen in other parts of this temple as well. And the doors that were closed back under the platform that you came down from, they were amber doors as well. There's a lot of amber in here. And there's a white marble statue over on the far western wall as well, in a little niche. And you turn back and you look back at the eastern wall, and it looks like that too would have mirrored the same sort of thing. Sort of like wizards holding a staff, but the one on the east all broken, one on the west standing just with parts broken off it now. And you find this door, and you look into it, and there's just this spiral staircase leading upwards, and it's a tight little corridor. And as you make your way up, there is a trap door. It just leads to a small marble trap door.
All right. I'll examine the trapdoor for traps. Or booby traps.
Yeah, give
Indoors.
give me an investigation roll.
Okay, that is, I'm delighted to say, I can't see, sorry. Fucking
17.
now the dice has disappeared.
11.
17, but I've got a +6 for
Oh, so 11 plus 6.
investigation.
Okay, cool. It doesn't seem to be booby-trapped at all, and with your investigation you find the little mechanism to unlock it and lift it open. And you lift it open and you can see just the small cramped interior of the statue's head. There's scuttle marks all over the ground that you think must have come from these wolf spiders trying to dig open this trapdoor. And you can see the 2 holes in the front of the statue's head that this creature must have used to look out and see you all coming. As it's got a perfect view of the balcony and the stairs leading down, and a perfect view of the ground in front of the statue. But the more you look around, the more you realize its blind spots, which are both sort of to the side and back of the statue, the 2 little balcony areas off to behind the statue. But there's nothing up here other than there's some material, some leftover sort of material that's just sort of accumulated from who knows what. There's dust. There's really just not much in here.
What do you mean by material? Like reading material, or do you look like fabric material?
Fabric material.
Fabric.
Yeah, just like a little bit of fabric.
Just
over
accumulated bit of fabric in the
in the corner.
corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a bit of denim, a couple of old zips that were busted. Buttons. Everyone's got a big thing of buttons.
I mean, you're looking at it now. You're picking it up. It looks like it was being torn off something, but it doesn't. Yeah.
Okay. Are there any writings
Are they like little
carvings or
little
scratchings
patches
in the walls?
What was that? Sorry, Morley?
Are there any writings or carvings in the walls, or anything written down anywhere?
No. It looks like this is designed purely to house something that can guard this floor, basically.
This was the watchtower. I'm going to call back down. Nothing much interesting up here. This is just the watchtower, I think. And then,
American, while you're down sort of at the base of the statue, you're looking around as well, and off to the west, where this broken black marble is, you do notice that there's like an entryway as well that is just fully open.
Oh. Do you see that? I say to everyone around. More rooms.
What?
Morley. Oh, well, Morley's not down again yet, is he? He'll be down soon. Did he go there when he was gas? When he was ghastly?
No, I don't think he checked this room out when he was ghastly.
Oh.
Ghastly is the name of a French Formula One driver. Just so you. Sport.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Kind of have to
no, I
get
didn't
into
check this room
cars
out.
with that last name. Right, well, let's check it out, but cautiously. Shall we just have a peek around the corner?
Yes. There's a door here to the north.
There's a
Well,
over on the
either
western
way.
side.
Oh, that one.
There's a closed amber door on the sort of the eastern side, the northeastern side of this, and then there's just an opening that, from your current positions, you can't really see into that room yet.
Okay, I'm going to cautiously follow.
I'm going to creep around and peer around the corner. Do I see anything?
Morley, you sort of reach the bottom of the staircase as you see them moving off from right to left to check something out. American, you edge pretty cautiously over to that open door area, and you can see that the amber door that would have once sealed this room is just smashed, lying pieces on the ground. And you can see, from what you can see into that room, let's just say you sort of sneak your head around a little bit, and there doesn't seem to be anything. Doesn't look to be anything in that room other than I don't know, it's the scattering of crushed bones, armor, and some weaponry. Some really rusted old weaponry.
Hey, American, maybe
Yes?
pick up a rock and throw a rock in the room and see if
Good
anything
idea.
attacks the rock.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, great. Are you aiming anywhere specific in the room? You're just tossing it into the middle.
Just tossing it into the middle of the room.
Yeah, you pick up a small bit of black marble, which has clearly come from the broken balcony above you, and you just lob it, and there's no sound other than the sound of it hitting ding, 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 into the middle of the room.
Seems to be all clear.
There is still. I need to remind you that everything about this place feels horrible. There's just dread and evil everywhere. So this room, it's not sitting right with you, but the
vibe is bad.
Feels like every room in this place feels off.
Like people have been murdered, or
there's definitely been some death in that room for sure. Seeing that weaponry and the bones in the ground.
Can I see if it's any kind of recognizable armor? Like, is it like an old soldier
Let's
uniform?
Walk in.
It looks.
Shall we just investigate it?
Yeah. It looks very old. The weaponry does look very old. Like I said, it's all rusted. It's got emblems on the shields and stuff that you haven't really seen before, and some of the leather insignia on the leather armor. It's unrecognizable. It could be just one of the many soldiers and armaments that have come through Barovia over the last few hundred years.
Mm-hmm.
But you've stepped into this room and it just feels like there's just 100 eyes on you in this room.
It's a similar feeling as when we found those sarcophagi.
No, it's a different feeling. That the feeling in that room was very much emanating from those blocks. There was that kind of that draw from those blocks. Stepping into this room, it just feels like whatever died in this room is hungry. It just feels horrible.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting a bad feeling. I hate this place.
American, you're looking apprehensive.
I'm just like, is there anything to discover in this room?
Yeah.
Can I roll an investigation or something?
Give me an investigation roll.
Oh.
Brian!
Yes.
I'm bad at this.
I'll help out.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Jumps back into the room.
No, I mean, if American's staying in there, I'll be hanging around, but...
Around the corner.
We're here and
look under the sword.
There's a lot of rolls. What's happening with all these rolls?
Well, I did an investigation.
I just rolled twice.
All right,
I thought it was an advantage, but then...
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. We'll say it's with advantage. So you've rolled a total of 15 plus 0. Okay, so your investigation, do you want your investigation to take you into, like, you're walking around the room, sort of looking in all the different corners of this place, or are you standing and just wanting a quick look at the room?
No, I came here to discover things.
Okay.
Horrible things. Cursed things.
And absolutely discover. So what you've noticed in the top northern sort of in the northern western corner, there seems to be like an indent or a square sort of maybe 10-foot square, 10 by 10 in the top left. But it's just as dusty as anywhere else in the room. So it's just
in the floor.
It's just a like indent into the ground. It's only maybe a centimeter down. This
like a sunken lounge in the 19th mid-century.
It's exactly like that.
It has a vintage appeal.
Shannon's disappeared for me again.
Yes,
Shannon's
he's
gone.
just
That's right.
popped away.
His camera's off. It's all right.
Okay.
I am going to seize the air.
I've still got some more information for you about this.
About
this room.
Sorry.
And the more you look, it looks like there's between that spot and the doorway, all of the armor and weaponry and bones have just been like crushed. It seems specifically between here and that doorway. And then you're looking at the door itself having been like torn off its hinges, it looks like, and it's lying shattered inside the room. It almost looks like the doors were grabbed and wrenched into the room by something. And you can see just small little bits, like small little hairline fractures on the floor here that just remind you of that, where the amber golem on that top floor kind of reminds you of the tracks that was leading, but to a far lesser extent.
Some other kind of construct.
Well, it looks like maybe this is where that amber golem was originally housed.
I say that. Oh, my spirits! Do you think this is where the amber golem was originally housed?
It's smashed its way out.
American, as you're walking around this room, trying to take in all of the little bits and pieces, you're not really noticing anything other than that little indent, the little hairline fractures, the crushed stuff that sort of leads a path out of this room. And you go to take a step out of this room, and there's just a whirling of wind sort of picks up in this room. And one by one, there's just a high-pitched breath. It's like, and you spin around and you can see appearing out of nowhere this ghostly figure, and all around the room these ghostly figures appear one by one.
I'm with the asthma.
Emphysema.
Well, it's dusty in here.
As they all appear, they will all in unison take one of those ragged breaths in, and then just scream out, and you can feel the air pushing past you as they all start screaming. And we'll take a break.
Doesn't sound good.
Well, we'll have to find out if they're friendly or not.
You know, you never know. You never know, do you?
I think they could be.
Well, they got nice little rose-tinted glasses.
They don't.
Fashion.
It was only the Arcanalof that had those amazing stylish glasses.
Was it Arcanalof?
Arcanalof, yeah, that's right.
Okay. That was weird.
Is it like canine, or arcane?
I guess it's like arcane, right?
But it's a dog, right? It's like canine.
It's not a dog. It is a
jackal.
jackal. Just dog-like, I guess.
Everything here wants to freaking kill us.
Yeah, absolutely they do.
We got that vibe of an evil room.
Yeah, maybe that's why the golem left. He didn't like the vibe.
Yeah, they're all flatting here.
He's like, oh, the sound of their breathing is driving me crazy.
Use your inhaler. And he decided to go for a walk.
Man, the tech issues I had at the start of this was just driving me absolutely mental.
Well, you handled it well.
Ooh.
Everything's going wrong.
Yeah. Man, all right. Where's and everyone's gone? Grabbing a drink, maybe. How are you guys? What did you think of the Arcanalof?
Well, didn't really know anything about him by the end.
No, I didn't get a chance to do a bit more with him. There was more I could have done with him, and I was about to do it, but he died before I had a chance to do it. So that's
He was
fine.
about to befriend us.
Kinda.
Oh.
It was, he was in a different form, so, as you now know. So there was going to be some sort of thing he was going to do in that form to try and... Because he knew he was not going to live very long, I guess. He was
going to try and fool us.
He was going to try something, yeah. It's too late now. He did.
Yeah.
He do be dead.
Yeah.
Well, he had a lot of HP, really. Because he got hit with a lot.
Yeah.
If only there was a door that we could just shut on these guys.
Yeah, we could run
Don't
to
want
the other
to.
door.
Don't want to deal with them right now. Maybe they won't attack us, and we'll just go. Okay, nothing to see here.
Maybe they scream because they're excited because they have visitors.
That's
True,
it. That's
true.
definite. That's 100% it.
Or they realize they have visitors and the place is a mess.
Yeah, I make that noise when I realize someone's coming over. Actually, that is true.
It's usually the police asking if they can use your driveway. Or...
I just want to
Happens all
remind
the
you,
time.
Reagan, you as the DM do have the power to control whether they actually want to invite us over for a cup of tea.
Yes.
So
Who?
That's-
The police.
you have the control. No, not the.
I don't have that kind of control as DM.
Well, you can tell them.
Well, who's inviting
It'd
who
be
for
like
a tea?
instead of a sovereign citizen, you're like, I'm actually the dungeon master, so you can't arrest me. What did
I
they
don't
say?
know if you know this. Yeah.
What did
Who
they
am I
say to
inviting
avoid
over
arrest?
for tea?
I don't consent.
right.
I was saying you have the power to make the motivation for these things that are screaming.
Oh,
be our friend.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That might happen. That might be the thing that happens.
I'm just planting the seeds.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough too.
Oh, can I do the clap test? I was worried I was delayed before.
Please give us the clap.
I've got a skull.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
cup.
I've got a skull too, but it's in my head.
Skull
Oh,
cup. He's
it's
good.
glow in the dark.
I'm currently just looking. Does it glow in the dark? That's cool. I'm taking a look at some stuff because I'm trying to remember if you've seen a thing like this before or not.
The icon's the same as the shadows, isn't it? Or I've definitely seen
No,
that
not
icon
the
before.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm
Doesn't
taking
seem familiar.
a quick.
It's like a banshee.
Oh no, I think it's different to the thing I was thinking of. So I think you guys have seen a spectre before.
What was the one that was in Phandalin in that little room right in there?
Fandom.
In Phandalin?
Yeah.
In a little room.
Or not in Phandalin, in the cave or whatever. The mine.
Oh, that thing. Shit, what was that?
It was like, it was really undead and there was a bed in there.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember who that was. I don't have it on me to check either.
After we inhaled spores.
Yeah, man. Good memory. I'd forgotten about that guy.
I think
What was his name? Don't remember.
he had a funny name.
Yeah. Anyway, Waffles says just a reminder that he loves us and we're all perfect human beings and to keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Waffles. That's very nice to hear.
Sometimes you just need to hear that you are in
Sometimes,
fact
yeah.
the perfect person
It is.
with never any room for improvement. So thank you.
Yeah.
You are, and the same goes to you as well. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
We're finally getting our due.
Finally, 68 sessions into Curse of Strahd, we're finally.
Or no,
getting
just
out just in
in our
life.
lives. Yeah.
Right.
Finally ascended to become a perfect person.
Thank you, Waffles.
Yeah, thanks, man. Also, people are unlocking cards, which is awesome to see.
Oh.
Really nice to see.
I'm just oh, go on.
I was just going to ask, any sweet foils?
Yeah, has anyone picked
From the
up
chat?
any foils? Your
you
microphone,
was
did
gonna
your
ask
microphone
any
change?
bills?
Bill, it sounds like you sound like the gain is
maybe.
blasting.
No, I didn't touch anything.
Oh, okay.
I'll turn the gain down if you want.
Oh, just a little bit. Do we have any questions in the chat about anything and everything? I'm just having a look over some of the chatter that's been happening. There's a lot of cards being unlocked, which is awesome. No, I don't think. Oh, Gar says he's only got 2 foils left to get. Which ones do you have left? That's awesome.
What?
That's awesome. I think a couple of users have unlocked all the foils, which is cool.
Oh.
Wow.
Neat.
I like that. John only has Bill ones.
Yeah, that's cool.
Why would you want anything else?
Yeah. What do we got here? Random says he put the stats in Discord, which is cool. Gar has only 8 Byrams and 11 Morleys.
Rare Byrons.
Yeah.
Though it's all random, right? It's all the same.
Yeah, it's all random.
likelihood.
Yeah, but like, isn't like coding like a true random number actually meant to be really hard or something?
Yeah, like not possible, really. I think.
Yeah.
I think if you did it from scratch, I'm sure there's like a.
It's very difficult because it's a finite system or something.
Yeah.
They all have a seed, don't they?
Yeah. So if you were to run the same thing again, it would likely do the same numbers again, even though it was chose them originally.
But on a
randomly.
massive scale.
Yeah.
Like lotto number scale.
Adam, I just saw your message in Discord as well about the dotted line. Did that get answered for you? Cool. Okay, great. Awesome. Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, good.
I just wondered if I was meant to be seeing it or not.
Yeah,
And
fair
when
enough.
you started describing it, I was like, oh, yeah, it's an actual thing that in game we can see. Because it kind of looked like an annotation, like a trap or something.
Ah, right.
Because there's one next to you, to your right, and that must be the thing that's above us, the porch or whatever.
Yeah, like the little balcony above you. That's the outline of
Yeah,
that. And there's even one on the left-hand side as well, which is kind of follows an irregular shape, which is the destroyed balcony above you.
Is it cantilevered?
I don't know what that is. What's
There's no pillar or anything.
Someone's been watching Grand Designs.
I imagine it does have pillars here, or is it not?
Well, it doesn't. They're not showing, which is interesting.
Yeah, there's pillars here in the middle. That they must go up to the.
What does that
ceiling.
go up to? Yeah, they just go right up to the ceiling. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so it's just
I love
like
that we're in
it's a
this
floating shelf.
mystical, magical place, and you're like, the architecture doesn't seem realistic to me.
Well, is this a load bearing?
Is this to code?
Well, we could take out this pillar if it is load bearing and just drop it on someone.
Oh, how good! Just
You already did that with one of the.
Collapse the
Didn't we
with
try
the
to do
church.
that in a church basement once? And-
Yeah.
yeah, we
yeah.
successfully did.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
All
It's
right.
Guys,
Signature
son.
move. We come in, we realize we're up against it, and then we collapse the entire joint.
Just nuke it.
Yeah. All right. Should we get back into it?
Yeah.
No. All right. Good night, everyone.
I'm scared. I don't want to be involved in that
Did
fight.
we have a question of the week or no?
No, I don't. We didn't have one unless you guys have got one.
Shannon's got one.
Shannon.
Put me on the spot here. When are we going to fight these motherfuckers?
Good question. It's right now.
How do you beat these things?
Oh, is that the question? Okay.
Is
Yeah.
that question specifically for
I
the
think-
game, that one?
Yeah, I think it's a DM question this week.
I'm just trying to see if I've got like a specific bit of audio for this room, but I don't think we do. Wait a second. What's this one? This is too full on. Oh, that sounds pretty full on.
Yeah.
No, we won't go with that one.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
Where's my skeleton?
What's that? Oh, where's your skeleton? How many have you got left?
One.
Yeah,
Shit.
and I don't have my spiders on the map, but I did say they were circling us protectively, so I'm guessing they're with me in the room.
Well,
I need my skeleton to see.
Okay, let's discuss that before we get back into the game then, Joe, because what I imagined is that you wanted them protecting you up on that balcony, and then they created a whole bunch of ladders for you. I didn't know you wanted them moving with you this entire time. Was that what you had all sort of envisioned?
Well, I commanded them to protect us, so...
And then you commanded them to make ladders for you. I didn't know you'd gone back to also being like, follow us as we go everywhere. We can do that. I just need to understand it a bit better.
If you
I mean, if you
Sorry,
if
what?
you summon one and they only last an hour, I think it's in character that you'd always have them.
Yeah, that's
Like
fair.
I have my skeletons.
Yeah, I mean, am I
so
gonna
near me.
miss a chance to be surrounded by beautiful spiders? I don't think so.
Okay, well, let's make sure.
Like
So,
the queen I am.
so are they just filling this room with you? Or are they out looking after
Yeah.
some of the others as well?
Give me a few.
Yeah, I think I'll have at least two, like at least one on each side of me. How many are there in
Right.
total? It was 8, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So I'll have 4, and the rest are with each other person that's lagging behind.
All right, so there's like 4 like surrounding you then. They're just walking with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so 2 hanging back with Morley. No, did Morley back off for a bit there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came down from the staircase last,
Yeah.
so I guess I'd be kind of maybe a supportive arm around Casimir's shoulder at the back.
Okay, cool.
You're right there.
Oh, he's
Alright.
still pretty fucked up, eh?
Yeah, he's only got like 8 HP, so yeah. Okay, all right, that helps
fine.
us. That helps helps a little
You
bit.
can talk about Casimir to him, the F1.
But definitely, if you guys have got like creatures that you've summoned, try to let me know what's happening with them at all times as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll just assume you've just left them behind.
I
'Cause
assume
you
I
don't-
forgot about them.
No, like you've stopped concentrating on them or let them go or
Yeah.
whatever. Like I'm not going to just make assumptions, or I will and they'll be wrong. So like I have done.
I will try to communicate more about spiders and such.
Yeah, that'd be great. So, we're good. Back in the room. Okay.
Not good.
Yeah, American. These things have just all just appeared out of thin air, just like the wind kicking up around them as they've sort of formed. They look spectral in nature, so they're kind of partially see-through. And they're all looking directly at you, surrounded with your giant wolf spiders. I'm gonna need a roll of initiative from everyone.
No.
This is
As if
not
we didn't know
good.
this was coming. I can't. Hang on.
right.
Good.
It's a
I rolled
9
a-
plus 3.
11 plus 3.
Okay.
11 plus 2. 13.
I think everybody clicked their tokens.
Right, okay, stop the game.
you guys won D&D.
We become perfect human beings.
You guys won. Holy shit. Okay, this is unheard of, but we're doing this. American, perfect roll as well, the top of the order. These things have all just screamed out this ear-piercing sound. What do you do?
Screen back.
So they're humanoids with ghastly, ghostly visages, I imagine.
Yeah, like you can definitely tell. So obviously they're the specters of some sort. It looks like they would have once been human, but their humanoid shape is definitely lost in this glow of bright purplish wisps. And the only sort of features that you can make out of these piercing white eyes and mouths and hair that's kind of wisping around off them.
And are they incorporeal? Do they seem like if I was to throw a rock, it would go straight through them?
I mean, they look spectral. They look relatively like transparent.
Okay. I'm just gonna scream, "No! No! Piss off! I've had enough of you!" And I'm just gonna like start running out of the room. And I'm gonna head for the door with my spiders.
Okay.
I'm gonna move as far as I can. And
Dashing
gonna
or
shout
just,
at
or
everyone.
just moving?
I'm going to... Should I dash or move, you guys? I'm going to move, and I'm gonna dash as far as I can. I'm just gonna be like, "There's freaky guys in here! Run away!"
Freaky
And
guys.
I'm gonna command my spiders to come with me. I'm just gonna run as far as I can because I've headed up to here with being attacked by freaks today.
Okay, great. So you just sprint for the door. Your spiders keeping pace with you as they go. One of the poltergeists, or these creatures, these ghosts, reaches out with its hands to try and attack one of the closest spiders. It has rolled an 11. I don't know what the AC is on your...
Let me just check. Meets beats.
Meets beats. Doing a 6 damage. It kind of just reaches out and wisps its ghostly hand through the spider. 6 damage.
It does not die.
Okay, cool.
Hisses ferociously and continues.
Yeah,
to
you
run
guys...
with me.
The strangest thing happens. Once you're all clear of the room, all of these spectres just face the doorway and then disappear. Just fade. They just fade out of view.
Like those shadows, American.
Do they be
We've
gone?
fought in the past.
Okay. Still, I'm not going back in there. I've had it up
Just
to here with being
put
attacked
one
by
foot in.
monsters. Will you go ahead, Brian?
No.
So we'll say it's out of turn order for now.
For now. Okay.
They're obviously protecting something, aren't they? It wouldn't be there if it wasn't worth going in there.
Well, they could have all been murdered in there, and then they've just come back as vengeful spirits or something.
Well, I tell you who is good at dealing with vengeful spirits. Bill!
Is he?
He's done it before.
I have done it before.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know much about these ones though.
But I know.
I don't know much.
Go in singing that.
And he's so loved by all that they will just be up there with the bloody cell phone light.
If only Undead could be charmed. I'm gonna touch my spear inside the room.
What?
You're just going to, like, dangle your spear into the...
I'm just gonna touch the tile and on the very edge of the room.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you're just, like, smacking it against the sides. Nothing's really happening.
Okay.
Listen, Brian and I had a look. There didn't seem to be anything of incredible value. I say we let sleeping spooks lie and get out of here.
I'm inclined to agree with that. Actually.
Even if there is something, I don't know if we're in that much state, right, Bill? Or what? How do you...
Much what?
In the state to fight these things? Or...
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay at the moment. Surprisingly.
Were there any of those amber blocks in that room?
Amber blocks? Oh,
wisp.
no, I didn't see any, no.
Oh, well, then I say we probably want to move on.
Well, yeah, let's go find those dark ones. Great.
Yes.
Good idea, Casimir.
From one ominous room to the next. Shall we try to find somewhere to rest, as Morley suggested?
Well, we can rest anywhere in my comfortable hut. Just depends if you'd like a view. Or...
My only reticence with taking a rest is, will anything we've defeated come back? Will anything recharge or respawn or...
Well, at least we'd know about it. You know, what it is.
Would we, though?
Well, if it's respawn, like, we would have seen it.
Right.
You know, not we wouldn't know if it's respawned, but we'd know to avoid it.
Right. Okay. You've won me over with that convincing argument. I'm down for a rest.
Should we try to find a room that's a bit more secure, like maybe this one? I know we'll be secure in the bubble, but
Yeah.
that
We could
doesn't
go
help
to...
if we're
we could go-
Doesn't help
surrounded.
with what? Doesn't help with surrounded.
What I will say, if you guys are going to try and sleep in the Amber Temple, there's going to need to be some kind of dice roll to see if you're going to get a long rest or not. Just the sheer pressure of evil and dread that's coming from this. It's not like you can just be like, cozy, good night. There's
comfortable.
It's comfortable.
What if
but
we're in a fart hut, though?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the greatest place to sleep.
You are literally standing within the walls of the most evil, most... It's just the worst place you could possibly be in. Your skin is crawling just standing in this place. The fear of death and dread all around you. So by all means, you can have a long rest. But you're going to need to roll a good Constitution saving throw to make that happen.
I don't know. I'm kind of getting used to the dread. I think I like it now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think I'm turning evil.
Oh. That's good.
Bill's with me.
Baron,
He's turned a bit evil.
Do you have any substances, Baron, we could use to kind of, take the edge off?
I got something to put the edge on. I got some
not what I'm
Barovian
after.
blood.
No. I'm after the opposite of that.
I mean, the other option is we go outside
American.
and sleep.
Go out. Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
It's
Does the
not-
aura
feels like-
extend very far? I mean, the door is right there. Let's do it. Let's go sleep out in the snow, but in a comfortable,
in the
glamping
hut.
manner.
Yes.
And we come back
This
in
place
this
is-
shithole.
After all, we're barely in at all. Like, we're just standing around in the entranceway, basically, after all of this time. So.
And we're a shambles.
Yeah, you guys have looked better before. That's for sure.
I need to get more skeletons, let's be honest.
Should we
not
peek
gonna
in
find
one
them out there.
last room? What about
We
this
could kill the
door,
berserkers.
though?
Do you remember the berserkers? They're just through there. We could go in.
Crackfolk.
The crackfolk.
Crackfolk.
Slay them all. They've got a fire going.
They
We
do.
could bunk down there for the night.
Well, you can't start a fire.
We'd still be in
I
the...
can. Of course I can.
Why
We'd still be in the evil temple that's making our skin crawl.
it's the bad vibes for me.
Okay. Well, my vote is we go outside and just
Go outside.
we set up a little tent, magical tent in the snow. Have a view
That
of
is
the
full of...
mountain, full of
farts.
What? fart. Okay, you're sleeping in the snow.
Okay, but what if we just open this one door that I'm seeing,
Yeah,
see if
it's
there's
tempting.
unfathomable evil behind it, and then leave?
Okay, deal.
What? No, that can't be the persuasive argument needed to do that. Why don't we get, if we're gonna get some strength and rest back, why wouldn't we just do that now? Like, what are the possible advantages other than just playing the game more?
There's an unopened door.
Unopened door plus. My spiders are still here to protect us for another little while.
Let's just have a peek.
Yay.
We are right next to it.
Well, this
And
door.
We're due for a good door, you know what I'm saying?
Look, this. That's how it
No.
works. It's absolutely how it works.
This
I
will be
think
the wheel.
You're still feeling pretty shaken from these specters that just sort of arose from this other room, and you're crossing over what looks to be a mirror image of this temple, and you find the amber doors in place, whereas in the other one with the spooky specters, the door had been broken and had crumbled on the inside. What you see now on this side of the room is a set of perfect amber doors on that northern wall.
So you're
Have any
telling me
inscriptions?
there's a large golem in there that hasn't ripped its doors off, potentially, guys.
Any writing on or images on the door?
No, there's not.
Keep out.
Like golems
Golem's room.
here or...
How easy to close are the doors?
How easy to close are they? They're not open.
I'm saying if we open them and need to close them again.
Ah, right. Well, I mean, they're massive.
Can I roll carpentry?
They're massive chunks of what looks to be just like massive chunks of amber, so they're probably going to be
true.
they're probably going to be hard to open and close. I would assume.
Which would make escape from something hiding within a little complicated.
Yeah, I don't have many spells. I've got enough to make a few skeletons and then get a good night's sleep.
Alright, should we just do that then?
Okay. But we're coming
All
back.
in favour of rest. Rest now.
Yep, all right.
Okay. I think Joe's like, get in the door.
Secret!
3 to 1.
American,
I put up one finger. I'm just like looking at the door as we leave. Like,
American just kind of
Kick
like
the door in as we leave.
American puts a hand on the door and just gives it like a little push, and there's like no movement from it. It's like solid amber. It's very heavy.
I was all ready to be like,
tried your
it
best.
opened by itself. But no.
All right. Well, there's two ways. If you're heading outside, there's sort of two ways out from here. It's across this hall, or it's up the ladders that your wolf spider's made.
Let's go up the... We don't want to draw the attention of those horrible flaming skulls. Let's be
fair
safe.
enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We all good with that? You guys are all climbing back up these webbed ladders.
A bit sticky though.
Yeah, making your way onto that
But
sort
it's
of...
beautiful. Amazing workmanship by my beautiful forest children.
Working your way onto the cantilevered, I've learnt myself a word for today,
Oh.
black marble balcony, through this broken marble hallway, reminding you from the what the golem has done, through onto the balcony near the southern end of the hall, and make your way back up south, up and out of this amber temple. It's about... Who's leading this movement out of the temple?
The spiders are accompanying us
Okay.
protectively, and we have 2 taking point.
Okay, great. American, I'm assuming since you're controlling them, you're probably close behind these spiders at the front. And as you go to walk up the final stairs to get out of the Amber Temple, you can hear just this just cowardly little voice. Oh, please just leave me alone. Coming from back within that temple, just off to the west,
This guy.
through to where you might think those crack folk might be.
Oh no! What is that I hear with
fucking
my
prick.
elven ear?
It's that idiot we saw earlier that we rescued.
That wizard guy.
Absolute pile of absolute rubbish. Leave him to
Vilnius?
his fate, American.
Do we think
Leave
it's
him to his
Vilnius?
fate. It is him. We would recognise the voice, wouldn't we?
The anger is fantastic. Yes, you instantly recognize the voice as Vilnius.
And Chicklet
Oh, no.
is
Chickles?
little Chickles.
Chick-fil-A.
Is that Vilnius? He's in danger. He's being threatened.
He is
Yeah.
an absolute scumbag, American. Don't even think about wading in there to draw us into another fight for his life when he won't even lift a finger.
Well, this just what do you think they're doing to him?
I hope they're torturing him.
Strong stance, Morley.
I take it back. I hope they're really getting on his case. I don't wish torture anyway. This place is changing me, man.
You can just hear it, like he's now clearly just sobbing and crying. You can just hear that, and some sort of just some talking happening on the other side of the room, on the other side
He's
of that
just
wall.
talking his problems out. That's fine.
Just talking.
Maybe he's gonna become one of the crack folk.
Maybe they're
Ah,
bullying
maybe.
him verbally.
Well,
It's
you
not
know,
very
that's
nice.
that's probably I hate to victim blame, but perhaps he sort of deserves what he gets there. A little bit.
I don't know. I have feel. Guys.
I don't think we can leave him. Much as
You know.
I hate
Oh
him.
my god, I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Almost almost as much as you, Molly.
How about we kill him? And then
We
Then they'll be
almost
our
did.
friends.
Sure,
we almost
that
did
sounds
kill
good.
him.
Huh?
Look, I can't.
What's going on? Am I in the Twilight Zone or something? Have I gone to the Chaos Dimension?
Look, yes. Look, he's
good-
annoying. He's an
We're good
idiot.
people.
But
He's not. Why did we kill the German man then? Why don't we save everyone, Bill? Why don't we
Look,
give
the-
everyone a big hug?
The
Bill.
German man finger blasted our friend.
Bill, Morley, even considering not doing what you were asking, is just really getting in your head right now.
I forgot about this.
You're looking at him and just anger is just seething up inside as he's suggesting doing anything other than what you have spelt out.
I'm trying to keep my composure. Look, he might not do it for us, but that's what makes us different, Morley. That's what makes us heroes and him a sniveling coward. What do you
Well,
say?
I say you're welcome to go in there and help. I'll be standing by the doors with my arms folded. And if any of you get into trouble, I'll be the first in to help. But I'm not helping him.
Bill, are you
Bill
okay?
kills Morley.
There's a bit of a neck throb happening, Bill. You
It's like
alright?
a bubble. I don't know. Is that him saying he's not really saying no, is he?
He's saying he's going to come along. He's not doing what you've specifically asked. He's going to help you, which is okay, but it's just that nagging. You're thinking to yourself, does he always do this? Does he always find a different way of doing what I want? Like it's playing with you a little bit. But you're okay.
Oh, he's okay.
I mean, he's coming along. He's going to help you if anything happens to you. And you are the important person here, right, Bill?
That's true. That is true.
At least he has that respect. And that's how you're kind of helping yourself be okay with this. But you're a little distracted by what's going on with that conversation.
Well, how about he's right behind those doors? Is that right?
Well, he's in that room. You. That's
Well,
definitely where it's
through
coming
there.
from, yeah.
How about we kick open the doors, grab Vilmius, and pull him through the doors and leave. And if anyone tries to follow, fireball them.
I mean, what if... I mean, he's a sniveling coward. I mean, what could they be doing? We should at least assess the situation first. Bill, you're charming.
might
Maybe
not
you
even
could get on
want
their
our help.
side. No, they could be finger blasting him as we speak. Let's go in there.
What is this place's obsession with finger blasting?
Everybody finger blasting
I've been
here.
traumatized by seeing Casimir endure it.
Okay. Why don't I kick down the door, put up
No.
a hypnotic pattern, and just try to stun everybody.
Okay.
And
Go
we'll
for it,
just
Bill.
grab him. We'll grab him and run away.
Okay.
Well, he says, "Great idea, Bill," in a slightly sarcastic tone, to appease Bill, but make it known that he's like still simmering some tension.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the plan there, Bill?
I'm gonna kick down the door and then cast hypnotic pattern.
All right, with one swift kick, that door just flings open, and I'll sort of detail that what you see before you blast out with your spell. So effectively, what you see is to your right as you enter into this room. Let's just put you into the room so you can see. What you see is five of these gladiator-looking guys, and this a much taller, much stronger-looking, dressed in sort of gladiator gear, a woman as well. And they're just standing around. They've got no weapons on them. They're just looking down at this guy. who is just like crying and whimpering in the corner, and he's got like a bloodied nose, and there's like a little bloody splat on the ground near him, and they're all just kind of like looking down at him, confused, and with that, the busting down of the door, they just all face you. But they don't have any weaponry or anything, and there's clear confusion on their faces. Do you just burst out with hypnotic pattern?
Yeah.
Okay.
So flashing lights start to appear all around them.
Is there a vocal or somatic?
It's no vocal.
Okay, great.
And material components for this one.
A small disco ball.
A small disco ball descends from the ceiling.
And what do they have to do? They have to do a wisdom save.
Yeah, DC 18 wisdom.
3, 4, 5.
And what's Bill's somatic movement?
I start singing Dancing Queen.
All right, and a wisdom saving throw from her as well. So only one of the men saves from that, but it looks like the larger woman manages to save as well. What happens? What happens on a save? What happens on a fail?
So on a fail,
if anything,
the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
Okay, great. So a whole bunch of them. So 4 of them are charmed, and 2 of them are not. One of which being, well, looks to be the leader of the gang. She turns and sees these lights flashing everywhere, and her friends or her companions just sort of like drop their arms to a slump by their sides. She turns to look at you, Bill, sees the spear at your side, and her eyes widen. And she drops down to her knees, and she places her hands down on the ground in front of herself, and she bows down to you. And she's muttering something under her breath. And I just need to remember. There we go.
I was going to say, I thought you saved the spell, but
yeah, no, she absolutely has, but and she seems to be moving on her own accord. What's that name? What's that spear that you've got?
It's the blood spear.
Oh yeah, the blood spear. You can hear her just say, repeating over and over again, just this real basic Kavan. 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 And that you recognize the voice or that name as the spirit that gifted you this blood spear. And she's like hitting the guy next to her to like bow down to you, but he's just in a stupor. But one of the only other one that doesn't save makes his way around and also gets down onto his hands and knees and presses his head down onto the ground.
Just seeing her reaction and seeing like her trying to like convince him to stop moving or to kind of bow down and say, "Don't worry about that. I have that effect."
Vilnius stands up and he's holding his nose. He's what's happening? I'm getting out of here! And he just runs across the room and tries to start squeezing his way through like the little gap in the rock at the southwestern side of this room.
I point the blood spear at him and just say, "I'm taking this one."
Okay.
And see what they do.
they don't do anything. They are still currently just bowing at your feet.
I'm just gonna walk over to him, like link arms with him, and just say, "Come with me, you idiot,"
Okay.
and just try to walk him out.
Okay, great. Yeah, you walk him out. How long does this charmed effect stick around for? Is that a concentration thing? Oh, it's okay. So it's not a concentration spell?
It is concentration.
So you're just going to be keeping that going.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, you grab him and slowly make your way back out of the room with Vilnius at your side, and he's just like wiping snot and tears off his face onto his arms and stuff. Thank you. I don't know what they would have done with me if you hadn't have shown up.
I think, for your sake, you'd better leave. I can't promise that Morley's going to be super happy to see you, and I'm just kind of like fling him towards the entrance.
He sort of grabs onto your, the front of your armor, and he says, "But what about my master's book? I was so close."
You were not even at the first hurdle, mate.
I was so close. Yeah, he's just adamant. Like it was right there. It was just on the other side of that door. I swear it. I know that's where it was.
Okay. Well, I feel like I've done what I can for you.
You could get the book for me. They would let you pass. They'd let you through there.
I'm not getting the book for you.
You can do that. I've seen how powerful and strong you are.
Of course I could. I'm not doing it for you.
And Vilnius sort of looks back at the rest of you. Surely you can convince him to look what you've managed to do out here. Please, my master's stuff. And I'd like to think that like this guy is definitely starting to really test Bill's patience at this point.
Look, Vilnius, was it?
Yes, Vilnius.
You've burnt a lot of social capital with this group. All right.
You sound very angry, Bill. I like it.
And this group is very powerful, and you're very lucky to be alive. I would take that as a win and leave.
Are you trying to convince? What are you doing physically to him? Are you just calmly standing there and explaining this to him? Are you trying to intimidate him at all? What are you trying to do here?
Persuade him.
Okay, give me a persuasion roll.
Come on, persuasion. That is a 3 plus 14.
Oh my god, that's insane!
Holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah, he's like you say very little. You say, and it's just the little notes that you use and the tone that you're using, and he just shuts up. He looks at you all. He sees the dead creature on the balcony here, and he sort of dusts off where his hands were on your armor. He's like, yes, I'm sorry, Bill. Yeah, okay, I'll be on my way. And he just makes his way around you and starts heading down out towards Morley. You're standing right at the sort of corner of where this balcony and the exit stands, and he walks right up to you and just kind of gives you just like this little smile as he walks past, and he goes to exit through the south exit.
Morley just glowers at him and kind of leans in a little bit.
And he just hurries off, just running up the stairs out into the cold.
What a D-bag.
Hopefully never to be seen again.
Well, it's quite nice seeing him again, don't you think?
Well, Bill, that went a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, I actually did learn something pretty interesting.
You say that, and the doors behind you, as you're sort of talking, I did learn something quite interesting. As you're saying that, the doors behind you open up, and the large sort of armored woman is filling that doorway now, just looking out at the group. But she's hesitant to take any steps out of this room. And just with a strong voice, just says, "Kavan," and sort of beckons you over.
Looks like you got an admirer there, Bill.
The rest of you are seeing sort of what's in that room behind Bill. Now that there's finally some extra light in this this area, the room behind this woman has an enormous direwolf in there and a bunch of other armored people. They don't seem to have their weapons on them. You can see in the far corners of the room a sort of stockpile of their weapons. Morley, you're seeing what you saw through the crack earlier, just like their makeshift bedding and the fire on the wall, it's little sconces.
Well, are you going to invite us in?
Yeah, how can you turn that down, Bill? Come on. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, come on.
She's saying, "Come on." Oh, she's saying, "Come on."
Come
She wants to be
on.
friends with us.
Come on in.
Come on in. I just check, like, as we're kind of having a quick conversation, does she seem to be picking it up, or
Picking up.
like can she follow the conversation, or is she?
Give me an insight roll.
I'm trying to work out how much common she speaks. 17. Sorry, 12 plus 5.
12 plus 5. She's looking pretty confused. Yeah, she's definitely looking pretty confused with some of the you can see she's picking up maybe one or two words, but it's not much.
So I'm just gonna address the crew and say the spear I hold is from her ancient leader, Kavan.
Oh, so she's saying a name.
Oh, wow.
And she hears you say Kavan, and again, she lights up and just says, "Kavan, come," and sort of beckons you over to the room.
She seems
Mate.
nice.
Yeah. Could have been worse,
I
you
really
know.
wanted to kill them all. God. You're like an idiot.
Molly, you remember that what some of the stuff you heard originally was very, very broken. There was occasional English words in there, but in general, you came away feeling like they didn't really have a lot of knowledge. You kind of thought maybe they were a bit dumb, but maybe they just don't really understand Common or English.
Cool. I'm gonna go
maybe.
in, and I'm gonna say to the crew, I think we'll be safe. With them at least. Probably not the Flaming Skulls, but they should be fine.
She turns around and sort of makes this waving motion with her hand sort of at the room behind her, and she's nodding. She says, "Safe. Safe."
Okay, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna drop the hypnotic pattern.
Okay, great. The light show disappears, and the four others, for the first time, sort of snap out of it and take a look at your spear in your hand, and drop to their knees as well. And it looks like the woman of the group isn't stopping that from happening. She's quite happy that's occurring. And the one that was originally down on his hands and knees is still on his hands and knees, as if waiting for permission to stop, effectively.
What's the wolf doing?
The wolf, having not been sort of given any orders, is just asleep on the ground, trying to ignore the noise in the room.
Okay.
They love you here, Bill. God.
She puts her hand, as you sort of move towards the room, she puts her hand gently just on sort of your chest, and she says, "Kavan," and sort of pats your chest. And then she moves her hand back onto her own chest and pats it and says, "Helwa."
Helva.
Helwa. And she nods. And she returns, Kavan, back on you.
This is going well, isn't it?
I feel like she's looking for confirmation.
Food?
And I can't tell her that I'm Kavan because I'm not Kavan.
They think he's Kavan American.
Well,
I mean, wouldn't be the first person I've ever deceived.
well, but isn't he already pretty much his Kavan? He's got the spear, right?
And she beckons into the room. All of you now beckons in and gestures into the room and says, safe. And she says a few words in a language none of you have really heard of before. And the other soldiers or the guys get to their feet and start sort of making preparations for you to be comfortable and safe in this room. Two of them sort of get ordered to sort of stand by the northern door, and two more get told to stand up against the eastern door. And while another one is sort of just preparing and shuffling, trying to move that direwolf over into the corner, trying to give you somewhere nice to sit. For the first time in hours, you guys feel safe in here. That feeling of dread is nowhere near what you were feeling outside in the rest of this temple.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Bale of hay you got here. Very comfy, thank you. Don't mind my spiders. Come in, babies, come in.
Okay, yeah. So they're only going to be around for a bit longer, I guess, since you've only got them for a total of an hour.
You're like, Kavan spider, good. Kavan friend, and I'm gesturing to myself. Me, Kavan friend.
And I like gingerly try to pat one to show that they're like good spiders. Like still a little bit afraid of like a giant spider being like.
She's legitimately shocked and is quite staunch about this, and is very apprehensive about touching them and is maybe trying to keep her distance from them. But she nods. It's maybe an awkward 30 to 45 minutes as you each go around explaining, not touching spiders, but explaining
Awkward 45 minutes of spider touching.
of getting to know each other. I was going to say, of like introducing, sharing names.
I'll be like,
Who's got the push balls? Throw them around. I'm Adam. Interesting thing about me.
You get a real basic understanding. They do not know much common, and so the conversation with them is quite a struggle. But you learn that it's quite clear that they don't venture out of this room. That this room is the only part of this temple that they venture, and they really only use this area for sleeping. They are normally out hunting and trying to, and just being crackfolk.
Learned the ways of the crackfolk.
Crackfolk things.
So what sort
Just
of,
crackfolk things.
what sort of stuff would you like them to know about you?
I don't really want to make long-term friends with them. I'm just here for the hospitality.
Our American stays pretty quiet. She gives maybe her name.
That is so true.
Are you giving your real name, or are you just?
Yeah, sure. I'll be friendly with them, but I'm just like, not really my type of people. They're fine, but can't communicate with them. Not really here to form a lasting friendship. I kind of just want to get through this evil temple. But thank you for giving me a hay bale to sit on.
Okay. Baron, is there anything that you would want to share or talk with these guys about?
I'd talk towards Bill and say, Gavan, ask them if they got any booze, something like that. Gavan booze, any of that?
And I'm just gonna say to Baron, yeah, not a bad idea. And then I was gonna turn to Halva and just say, yeah. Which is the international signal for got any booze.
Yeah. There's she orders one of the other guys to go and look through their supplies, and they pulls out this unmarked like glass bottle with a cork in the top, and boonk, uncorks it and hands it over.
Do have some.
And it is just like potent. Like the smell coming off this thing is like so potent. And the guy takes a swig from it and hands it over happily to Bill. Bill, are you introducing yourself as Bill at any point? Are you going to keep up this Kavan that you are Kavan?
I'm going to keep up this Kavan that I'm Kavan.
Just use Kavan for all words.
That word's so adaptable.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a swig and pass it to the Baron, who I think is probably next to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say, and I'm going to hold up the spear, and I'm going to say, Kavan, choose me.
Okay, so yeah. So you're trying to... She doesn't understand it at first. She's like, Kavan, and sort of points to you.
I say, I see Kavan. Kavan, choose.
And she nods. She's like, she totally understands what you're saying, and she explains to the group, and they're all like happy. They're all like cheering. They're all just like, whoa! Just they think you're just absolutely amazing. And she turns back to you, and then puts her hand on your chest again and says, "Who?"
That's a difficult question for me. Bill.
Bill. And she stands up and she's like, Bill! Just screams it out. Yay! And the room is just like, Yay! And then...
I mean, I'm enjoying it, but... Flaming skulls next door. Damn.
They just don't care. They feel safe. They're celebrating with you. They obviously they brokenly sort of tell you that they haven't had much contact up here, and they just continue passing this drink around, which is incredibly potent, and you feel the effects of it almost instantly. So you guys are completely safe in this room at this point. You guys can dictate what the next 8 hours look like, if there's partying and resting, or what that might look like.
I thought. Oh, sorry.
Oh, one thing I want Janet to do is go out and collect dead bodies, that are piled up, that were the destroyed skeletons from the fox and things like that. Anything that's not in line of sight of the skulls.
Yeah, okay. So I'm trying to think. So, because originally you had dragged up a couple of bodies as well, right?
Yeah.
There's 5 dead skeletons down in the main area of this. 2 of them might be a bit tricky to get to without being spotted. Although, if you want her to go over there to get it, a stealth roll would probably be required.
No, we'll just do the safe ones. So there's, I guess, 3 there, and then this fox person.
Yeah.
And maybe a couple more that they dragged up from the ghast. They were carrying ghasts when they were attacked.
Yeah, so they would be around on this balcony area as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that should be about 4.
Do you have enough spell slots for that?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Just.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was getting pretty tight there.
If we're going to rest, I will.
Cool. Morley, how's Morley been interacting with this group of mountain folk?
Just his usual sort of dickheadish, like trying to have a little bit of a joke, but not too much. Trying to make the best of the situation, but he's a little bit scarred from meeting Christopher Argyle and thinking everything was going swimmingly, and then getting mugged by the prick.
Sure.
So he's a little less forthcoming than he would be.
Okay.
Normally, but good, like Kavan, but better, like a tribute act, Yeah.
And then they're like concentrating really hard to try and pick up on some of the things you're saying. And every now and then
Pink Floyd experience.
and every now and then they'll just repeat back like one of the words that you've said, and they'll have a bit of a laugh, and then you can see them trying to practice that word with each other as well. You don't know if they're really entertained by you or just the interacting with people for the first time in quite some time. Anything else for how you might want to spend the next wee while?
There's something I would want to be doing. American would be trying to charm the large dire wolf and get its attention and pet it and chat to it and be its friend and see how it reacted.
Yeah, great. I think after a wee while your spiders one by one just kind of like just fizzle away into the ether. And American finds herself sort of over by this dire wolf. Can you give me animal handling roll?
Yes.
Haven't had one of those in ages.
Yes, I can. With a roll of 1 + 8, I've rolled a 9.
This dire wolf is it's a hard one to win over. I think with a roll of a 9, it takes some time. It is used to...
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it the 8 spiders I came in with that set you on edge?
Yeah, maybe.
It's the skeletons that got summoned in the room.
Yeah, filling the room with undead and stuff.
Understandable.
Yeah. But after a couple of hours of like trying to get close to it and maybe feeding it some stuff, you got your finger up?
Not to be deterred, I cast Speak with Animals to aid communication.
All right, and that's where we're going to end for the night. That's great.
Yeah.
No, okay, yeah, we can do that.
I don't feel the need to roleplay it, but I'm not taking a 9 animal handling, so I'm going to chat to it to communicate to it thoroughly that I am a friend.
Well, what we'll do is we'll let Speak with Animals give you an advantage roll on animal handling. How's that? So we don't have to worry about the whole roleplay side, unless there's something specific you want to figure out. But
there's nothing I specifically need to chat to it about. I've rolled again with a 2 + 8, so that's just great.
That's fine with a DC of 10. Like, you do make friends with this thing. Again, it is quite standoffish, just due to the fact that it hasn't seen people, let alone people like you, before. That it's usually attacking and saving these crack folk from people. This time, it gets to know you, and you find yourself cozying up with this throughout the night, like a nice warm thing to be near. But yeah, you guys spend a relatively uneventful, just obviously there's a bit of drinking and a bit of getting to know each other, but you spend the night resting with the mountain folk of Malgakis. And it's okay, that's where we'll end for the night. That's yeah. Cool. No big cliffhanger this time.
Did not expect to find a place to relax.
Yeah. It's really funny because I think when you guys first came in here, Bill was like literally saying, I wonder if they would recognize the spear. Oh, we should go in and say hi to them. And everyone was like, what the fuck, Bill? No, what are we doing? Let's go in.
I didn't think we were that rude.
I'm pretty sure I was. It was like, as if we're going to be fucking...
The tapes.
It's not going to happen.
I remember being like, oh, they're just going to be really stupid and annoying. And I feel like they lived up to that, so point for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want them to attack instead?
They're endearing. They're stupid.
I mean,
well, maybe they're not stupid.
They lived up to my
Anyone who can't speak my language is stupid.
Travel overseas. Oh, these idiots. Can't speak English.
Kinds of mumbo jumbo, those fools.
Yeah. So that was funny. I was like, oh man, that's really good thinking by Bill. This is actually going to go in there and it's going to be, and you guys are like, no, we're going to head off into the depths of this place.
Yeah, you're nuts. Well, I didn't realize you'd be a leader of the crack folk, Bill.
Yeah.
Leader of the crack.
It was a long shot. I mean, come on.
It's
not like there was obvious signs everywhere that was just on for all money.
See,
you guys
beard.
don't have the stat sheet on the blood spear, like the story behind it and stuff.
Oh.
So I
Okay.
suppose because I had that, I was like, oh yeah, this is Mount Garkis. This is where the mountain folk live and where the tribe is and stuff.
Right. Very clever.
Okay.
Oh, well, should we fireball them and get out of here?
Later, suckers! Like, thank them for their hospitality, walk out the door and just flick one over your shoulder at them.
So many times I was like, we should kill them all. We should actually kill them. We didn't- shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah. I don't like loose ends. Let's slaughter them all.
Just throw that,
Kazan,
throw that bottle of
motherfuckers.
booze in the air and firebolt it.
Kazan, this you sucker.
Kavan this.
Kavan hates you. He told me. The last thing they hear before they die.
Good to see Vilnius again.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, he's fun. He's good.
He's
He's
fun.
supremely
So
annoying.
not good.
No, but that's what makes him good. He's fun to hate.
I've tried very hard to make him hateable. I really
like how-
I wanted to try and turn Bill against him. That was my main motivation was to just turn Bill against him.
Bill has never done anything but try to save people. Like every time there's a time we're like, oh, we could save somebody. Bill's always like, we have to save that person.
Trust me when I say I'm going to be really testing that don't say no to
good.
Bill.
Yeah. I felt
Side
like
of
you went
things.
easy on Bill with that
Yeah, I
one, to
think
be
you-
honest.
It's warming up. It's warming up.
Okay.
It's warming up.
It's actually a lot more stressful than I expected it to be.
It's warming up. It's going to be more stressful.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
This
Who
is
could have foreseen that making a pact with the Dark Ones would be in some way stressful?
You need that sound effect
downside.
of like the neck vein bulging that they always use in like cartoons when you're getting angry and angry. It's
I
like
like
a
that.
rubber band.
The Arnold fist.
yeah. I reckon
Sure,
I've probably
we
got like
are.
a heartbeat sound I can kick in every time someone says no to Bill.
That's great. That'll be good.
Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah, I liked America was just like no to those ghosts as well. Just like no, I'm out. No,
Yeah.
not this time. Yeah, no, that was cool.
I thought that was
I'm
going
glad
to be
that
really...
we didn't get into a. Yeah,
I thought that was going to be rough.
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was going to become a whole other thing. And I'm like, damn it, I could do without being the trap triggering person every single time.
Yeah, yeah.
But maybe that's just my role in life. I don't know.
I'm trying to see if I can find heartbeat because now I'm feel like I need to add that. Oh, we've even got different speed heartbeats. So we can really ramp up like Bill getting stressed out.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. All right, you guys all good for next week as well? Want to get into a better schedule of it. We've been pretty on and off over the last couple of months, so hopefully we can get into a better schedule. Even if we can't all play, then it'd be good just to push forward somehow. Cool.
Yeah. I've got
All
some
right.
animal handling roles of my own as the rabbits have been insisting on licking my feet and trying to chew on the chair legs. So
Okay.
Oh.
I will just say also a big thank you to GM Adam and Josie Poser for giving us a follow and Gar for subscribing for his 11th month. Thank you so much, Gar. That's always been this. Yeah. Okay, just that. I like that. That's good. Feel free to come and join us in our Discord. I believe Random's just chucked up a link to that as well as a link to our YouTube if you want to see our previous stuff. Or it's all available in podcast format anywhere that you get podcasts. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. We'll be back at the same time next time.
yes, we certainly will.
Oh, that's put a dampener on. It's so bad.
All right, good night, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, sorry.
right.
Actually, one
ya.
quick thing.
Let me just get out of
Random-
the car really quickly.
Random Origins just pointed something else. For some reason, it didn't come up in my activity feed, but we got an anonymous donation. Anonymous,
really?
thanks for your donation of $11.70 USD. Thank you so much, whoever that was.
That's nice.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
I
lovely.
wonder
Yeah.
who it was. Someone will say it was them. But it
Just
wasn't.
whoever
Pierce
wants
Brosnan.
to take the... yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pierce
shit,
Brosnan, that's what I was
probably.
thinking.
Probably. Pierce Brosnan, if you're out there, a little more than $11.70. you've got
No, there's plenty. I mean, he's not working.
but thank you, whoever did that. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.